Welcome to our channel. Click subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Today we will tell about a Russian serial killer and cannibal, Tamara Samsonova, also known as Granny Ripper and Baba Yaga. Samsonova looked like an average elderly woman one would encounter in the street. She would leave her house to go shopping and feed cats in the street. However, this innocent-looking woman was a real monster. Samsonova was born on April 25, 1947 during the Soviet Union. After graduating from university in 1971, she met her future husband Alex while the couple lived in St. Petersburg, one of Russia's largest cities. He worked in a travel agency. In 2000, Samsonova reported to police that her husband was missing. Police's search yielded no results as there were no signs of him. Alex was never found, and his disappearance marked the beginning of Samsonova's murders. After her husband's disappearance, Tamara rented a room in her house to a 44-year-old man. On September 6, 2003, Samsonova was going to take this man's life by dismembering his body in a bathtub. She then disposed of him by throwing him in a garbage can. In March 2015, Tamara's apartment building was under renovation and she needed a place to stay. A friend of hers told her that a 79-year-old woman had a temporary room in her house. They stayed together for a few months. At first, Tamara was a perfect guest, very easygoing. But when it was time to leave, she refused. Her friend tried to convince her that she could no longer stay there and that she had to leave. But Tamara had a dreadful plan. She poisoned the landlady with drugs. She was going to take her life, cook her flesh and eat it. The rest of her body parts she threw into a garbage dump. The victim's body parts were later found by a couple who were walking their dog in the street. They immediately called the police. The monitoring of surveillance cameras led to Tamara Samsonova, who had lived in that neighborhood for more than 40 years and was known to be a kind woman by her neighbors. Police arrested her in the apartment. Inside the house, there were traces of cannibalism. On her bedside, she had a diary in which she had confessed to all murders she had committed in the span of 20 years. Samsonova was interrogated. She confessed to killing more than 13 people and that she was a cannibal. Police took her words with a grain of salt, as what she told them might have been in her imagination. Among her confessions was unsolved murder of a man in her neighborhood. She had described the man's tattoo in her diary. The police were able to confirm that she murdered him in 2003. During the interrogation, Tamara confessed that she had been murdering people deliberately and had been preparing for 10 years for the day she was going to be arrested. "I'm too old now and I have nowhere to go, so I'm going to jail. My decision is final," she said. Tamara confessed to 21 more murders. Not all of these murder cases could be confirmed. During the trial, Tamara laughed and blew a kiss to the cameras as she talked about her crimes. blood stains found in the apartment building led to the identification of two victims, one of whom was her mother-in-law and the other the man she once rented a room to. The authorities are confident that they will soon confirm the identities of the other 11 confirmed victims. She refused to give information about unconfirmed victims, but she agreed to reenact the murders that she has confessed to. She showed in details how she killed her last victim, the landlady. After dismembering her body, she put some parts in garbage bags and some in pots. She believed that after killing her, she could stay there for about 5 months until her relatives visited her. The first victim is thought to have been her husband, who disappeared without a trace. Although the authorities tried to prove it, no concrete evidence could be obtained. The jury found Tamar guilty of 14 counts of premeditated murder. The judge asked her what she thought about the verdict, to which she responded, "It's your decision, Your Honor. The bottom line is that I am a criminal and I am going to serve a sentence." When the judge read the sentence, Samsonova smiled and applauded. She was subjected to a major psychological test and was found to be mentally unstable. She was placed not in a prison but in a mental hospital where she will remain for the rest of her life.